Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Ardelyx ARDX second quarter 2023 quarterly report summary. And today is the 2nd of August 2023. The report came out, so we're going to be looking at the bullish and the bearish parts of it. I normally do small cap pharma, I do some games, so if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot, and thank you. Disclaimer is I do own stocks and options in this. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by your own due diligence. And any information given is valid for today, the 2nd of August, 2023, and the slideshow will not be updated. When there's new news, new slideshow. Okay. So let me preface this. I did a video on Ardelyx about a month ago. I put out my numbers, and I was like, okay, that if they stay in that range, we're probably going to be pretty good. And the company just beat most of the expectations for the second quarter. And we're going to be going over them. And so I decided, hey, this is enough to actually warrant a new video. So what did the summary tell us? They beat on the total revenue. Cash remained fairly static. Guidance was, for the first time, was issued for sales. Talking about the commercial launch prep. And the only negative I could find was that they did sell 3 million shares at the market by the company, which is about $14 million. So overall, though, we have 4 positives and 1 negative, and 3 million shares is not that much. So we're taking that with a grain of salt. The Isbrezza script updates. Okay, so they exceeded expectations with about 18.3 million from revenue. I estimated 14 to 18. So again, it hit the top part of my estimate. Quarter one was 11 million. So that's a $7 million increase per quarter. That is a good amount for a small pharmaceutical company. They also gave us a total sales range of 72 to 77 million for the year. I originally had it between 50 and 75. So again, top end. I was probably looking to update that, but looking at it again with 29 million in sales, depending on which number you take, the company either needs to average 21.5 million or 24 million average per quarter to hit that number. So, and we're at 18. So again, they are still looking like they're going to get some good growth. They're still expecting pretty decent growth. If, they can hit 7 this quarter, they can hit that again, they're going to exceed these expectations. I believe the drug can produce over 500 million more in peak sale revenues. I am still unsure if they can hit that, but I know for 2024, under 100 million seems like a very simple prospect to go. And when we're going to continue to dive in, that's really just going to be an incredible help for the cash situation. The report itself, so the revenue came in about 22 million, 18 of that was from Isbrezza. Sorry, I mispronounced that. In quarter two, the net loss was 17 million. Now that is compared to a $25 million net loss in quarter one. Most of those you can see were from sales. Sales went up for about 7 million, 7 to 8 million. Net loss went down. Cash was 127 million as compared to 130, so almost no cash loss. That is probably because of those shares they sold. But looking for the future, we have a $35 million milestone payment from KKC in the fourth quarter if it gets approved in Japan. We also have 12 million from Fosun, that is from China. Plus, there could be up to a $22.5 million loan if we have approval in October. So if you add all those up together, that's around 95 million in cash, with a $17 million net loss is now about 11 quarters of cash minus any ramp-up cost. What we're looking at last quarter was 8 quarters minus the ramp-up cost. So they've gained 3 quarters of cash just from the last quarterly report. That is incredible. And of course, the biggest negative and only negative I could really find is about 3 million shares were sold on the market. Now it's worth about 14 million, which makes sense when their net loss was 17 million. They sold 3 million for about 14. So about $3 million of cash was lost, which is really not bad and not something that we really should have a problem with. So the conclusion, so overall, the second quarter exceeded expectations wildly with continued growth in sales. Like I said, it exceeded so much, I was like, I need to make another video about this. That's how it goes. So we are now looking forward to October 17th, the PDUFA, which would bring a second indication for the drug to market. Again, we're going to be looking at that, and if that can get approved, which we do believe it will, we are in good shape. So overall, there are very few negatives at the moment in the stock, and that's hard to say for a stock that's under $1 billion. Like, that is just not something that you normally come in and say. Even with a negative PDUFA, which would be the worst case scenario, the company probably has enough cash to become break even with what it has at the moment. So overall, I think this was a very positive report. I will probably be looking to increase stocks and options in the next couple days and weeks, getting ready for that October 17th PDUFA, and then we will go from there. So thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope you have a wonderful day.